God says, this will happen in 1 hour. Someone will give you a huge surprise in your life. Don't take this as a joke. If you skip this, you will suffer great losses. Right now, heaven is speaking directly to you. In this very moment, your spirit is being drawn into something sacred, something urgent, something that cannot be overlooked or taken lightly. When God says this will happen in 1 hour, He is not speaking in riddles. He is revealing that something divine is already being prepared behind the veil. The clock of heaven is moving, and it is not counting down to just any moment, it is counting down to your breakthrough. What He is about to do will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will not be quiet. Someone will enter your life unexpectedly, carrying the weight of a blessing that will change everything. A divine surprise, born in the heart of God, is already set in motion. If your heart has been weary, if your hands have been trembling with prayers unanswered, do not step away. Do not let this word pass you by. You are not seeing this by accident. The Spirit of God is calling you into position. Heaven is aligning situations, people, and events so that you do not miss what is about to arrive. A blessing is not delayed, it is approaching quickly. And if you turn away, if you dismiss this moment, the pain of what could have been may follow you longer than you expect. This is not something to laugh off or scroll past. God is not joking. He is warning, He is declaring, and He is inviting you into a miracle. If you believe this is for you, comment Amen right now to agree with heaven. There are times in life when you feel forgotten, passed over, or delayed. You watch others receive while your own hands remain empty. But what God is doing now is not based on timing of the world, it is based on divine urgency. This hour is marked in the Spirit. This moment has been carved out by God, where heaven has leaned close to earth, and your name has been whispered in divine places. What is coming toward you is not a coincidence. It is not simply good luck. It is not a random act of kindness. It is the hand of God moving on your behalf. There is someone you have not met yet. There is someone God is prompting, stirring, and guiding, and they will carry into your life something so unexpected and so full of grace that it will feel like waking up from a long and painful sleep. The reason this is happening so quickly is because God has seen the tears you cried silently, the quiet battles no one noticed, the silent hope you held onto when everything around you said to let go. This surprise is not a reward for being perfect. It is a gift from a loving Father who could not bear to let you walk any longer in despair. God's blessings do not always announce themselves in loud voices. Sometimes they come softly, through people, through moments, through doors that seemed closed for years. But when God says this will happen in 1 hour, He is telling you that the delay has expired. The silence is breaking. The heavens are open. Something is shifting, and your life will not remain the same. If you've ever felt overlooked, this is your hour to be seen. If you've ever felt pushed aside, this is your moment to be brought forward. If you've been stuck in the same place for too long, spiritually or emotionally, this is your time to rise and walk into something brand new. God is not only the one who sees, but He is also the one who sends. He is sending someone into your life who will carry the answer you've long prayed for. Whether it comes as provision, as healing, as restoration, or as unexpected joy, you will know it is from Him because it will bring peace to your spirit and tears to your eyes. Please like this video if this is already confirming something deep inside you. Do not mistake the silence for abandonment. In the quiet, God has been working. In the waiting, He has been preparing. What is coming is not only bigger than what you imagined, but it is also better than what you thought you deserved. It is not coming by your effort alone, but by the will and mercy of God. That is why this word carries such urgency. If you let it pass by, you might step out of alignment with what God wants you to receive. The door is opening now, and you must stand ready to walk through it. This surprise may come through someone new, or it may come through someone already near. It may be wrapped in a conversation, a call, a message, a meeting, or a divine opportunity that feels ordinary at first. But when you pause and listen closely, you will sense the breath of God all over it. You will know this is not just life happening, it is God intervening. This surprise will not just bless your emotions. It will restore your faith. It will awaken your spirit. It will remind you that God has not forgotten you. Comment 11:11 if you believe a divine surprise is already on its way to you. God is faithful to His promises. When He speaks, it does not return empty. This 1 hour is not a metaphor. It is a divine signal. Your spirit must stay open. Your heart must remain expectant. Your hope must not grow dim. Because when the moment comes, and it will come quickly, you must be ready to say yes. You must be ready to receive, ready to embrace what you once thought was lost, ready to celebrate a goodness you didn't even know was still possible. This is why you cannot skip what you are hearing right now. Your miracle may be attached to your ability to receive this word with faith. God is not playing with your emotions. He is lifting you out of hopelessness. He is stepping into your circumstances. And He is using this very moment to awaken you to the truth that your life is about to shift in ways you did not see coming. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Do not be afraid of good news. Do not reject blessings because you feel unworthy. God has chosen you for this. He has handpicked you, called you, and marked this hour for you. It is not a mistake that you are here, reading this. It is the Spirit of God reaching out to you, saying, "Hold on. Stay close. Watch what I am about to do. And when it comes, you will weep with joy. You will fall to your knees in awe. You will testify of a moment that felt small at first, but carried a life-changing move of God within it. You will no longer wonder if you are forgotten. You will know, without a doubt, that heaven sees you, loves you, and has moved for you. He means the time for divine movement is not far away, it is immediate, close, and pressing. There is no time to second guess, no space to let doubt steal this word from your heart. What is coming is being moved by the hand of God Himself, not by human effort or planning. This surprise will not be delayed, and it will not be denied. When the Lord speaks, creation responds. Mountains move. Seas part. Hearts awaken. This is not just a hopeful phrase to make you feel better. It is a prophetic release over your life that must be held onto with everything you've got. You might not see the shift yet, but heaven already has. The hour of favor is breaking open over you. Someone is coming with an answer, and it won't feel small. It will feel like a sudden sunrise after years of night. You've cried long enough. You've endured long enough. The reward is not coming because you demanded it. It's coming because God is merciful, and He does not forget His children. There is a release that is coming through obedience. That's why you are being asked to hold on. That's why your spirit keeps being drawn back to this moment. Every part of this message is for you, not just the beginning. Because the God who declares the surprise will come in 1 hour is also the God who prepares your heart to receive it. He will not give you more than you can handle, but He will always give you what aligns with His purpose for your life. What you are stepping into is not just a gift, it's a turning point. When heaven says someone will give you a huge surprise, it means God is using a vessel, another life, another person, to pour into yours. This is how the kingdom works. God moves through people, through moments, through seemingly ordinary encounters that carry extraordinary weight. And right now, someone is being nudged by the Spirit to move toward you. They may not even know yet why they are thinking of you, why they feel drawn to reach out, to give, to help, to bless, but the Lord does. He is orchestrating the connection even now. Comment 222 if you trust that God is already positioning someone to bring this divine surprise to you. This is why faith is needed more than ever in this hour. Not the kind of faith that's loud in front of others but fades in the dark. You need the kind of faith that sits with you quietly when no one sees. The kind that whispers, "God is still with me," even when nothing around you has changed yet. That is the faith God honors. That is the posture that heaven responds to. That is the kind of heart God rewards, not because you earned it, but because you refused to give up when giving up would have been easier. Sometimes the hardest part of waiting is not the delay, it's the silence. But silence does not mean absence. God has not gone quiet to abandon you. He has gone quiet to prepare you. He is shaping your heart to receive something sacred. And if He revealed it all at once, you would not be able to carry it. But because He is kind, He leads you slowly toward it. And now, the hour has arrived. The steps you've taken in obedience, in faith, in tears, they have brought you here, to this threshold. This surprise will restore something that was broken. It might not come in the exact way you expect, but it will heal a place that has long been aching inside you. The people who turned away will not define this next season. The losses you endured will not be the mark of your future. What's coming will speak of God's goodness, not man's failure. It will remind you that He alone writes your story. Others may have tried to close your chapters too early, but God has held the pen the whole time. You are not being asked to earn this blessing. You are being invited to believe. You are being asked to stay open. This will not be a blessing you have to chase. It will chase you. It will find you where you are, and it will speak peace to places you thought would always be restless. That's how you will know it is from God. It will not come with confusion, but with clarity. It will not bring fear, but quiet joy. It will not add weight to your life, it will lift the burdens you've carried for too long. God is speaking to you with purpose and passion. He is not vague. He is not distant. His voice is strong, and His love is close. He is walking into your situation, not to judge you, but to bless you. He is stepping into your space to defend you, to fight for you, to push back the darkness that tried to convince you that you were forgotten. That is why this moment matters. That is why the next hour is sacred. Do not take it lightly. You may feel undeserving, but God is not blessing you based on your perfection. He is blessing you because He sees your heart. You've remained soft when life tried to harden you. You've kept believing even when it hurt. That kind of faith is beautiful to God, and He cannot ignore it. Heaven celebrates that kind of heart. And now, heaven is responding to it. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. Do not let the enemy steal this word from you. He will try to distract you, discourage you, get you to forget what you just read. But you must stay planted in this promise. Speak it out. Write it down. Pray over it. Declare it over your day. Let your spirit rise with expectation, because the surprise God is sending will confirm what your heart has long hoped to be true. He still sees you, He still loves you, and He still has plans for you that are good. You are standing on holy ground right now, not because of where you are physically, but because of what heaven is about to release spiritually into your life. The hour has been marked. The surprise has been written in His divine calendar. And it is approaching you like the rising of the sun, steadily, surely, unshakably. The pain you've endured has not been forgotten. The prayers you whispered through tears have not been ignored. Every seed you planted in faith, even when it seemed like nothing was growing, is about to spring forth with a harvest you never imagined. Someone is being moved by God to step into your path, not to distract you, not to harm you, but to carry the very answer you cried out for in the night. And when they appear, your soul will recognize the timing as divine. It will not be forced. It will not feel rushed. It will feel like heaven kissed earth just for you. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this moment, and to affirm that you're ready for God to move. This is not just about a surprise. It is about a breakthrough. It is about a moment that changes direction, shifts momentum, and heals what once felt shattered. There are some burdens you've carried for so long, they began to feel like a part of you. But they were never meant to stay. And God is using this moment to break those chains, to lift that weight, to remove the heaviness from your chest and replace it with breath, with light, with peace. The person God is sending will be an instrument of His grace. They might come with an opportunity, or with news, or with favor that opens a door no man can shut. They might bring an answer to a financial need, or be the bridge to the healing you've been waiting for, or the confirmation of a dream you tucked away long ago. However it comes, you will know. Not because it will be loud or dramatic, but because it will settle in your spirit with an unshakable peace. God moves in quiet power. He does not need thunder to be present. He does not need fire to speak. Often, it's in the stillness that his voice is clearest, and right now, he is whispering, "Get ready. Stay awake. Stay in position. Because the blessing that is coming is not meant to pass you by. You must remain alert, not in fear, but in expectation." There is nothing passive about faith. It is active. It reaches. It believes. It prepares. And now is the time to prepare your heart. You are not forgotten. That lie must break now. You are not disqualified by your past. That shame must lift. You are not too late. That fear must leave. What God has for you is still yours. No one else can receive it because it was never designed for them. It was written for you, shaped by your story, your calling, your identity. And now, at the perfect time, it is being released. And the most beautiful part of this is that it's coming not because you chased after it, but because you trusted God through the silence. So many nights you've wrestled with thoughts of giving up, thoughts of walking away from it all, thinking maybe this life of faith is too hard, too painful. But here you are. Still standing. Still hoping. Still believing. That is not weakness. That is strength. That is resilience born in the fire. And God has seen it. He has watched you hold on to hope with trembling hands. And now, He is coming to you, not to give you a little comfort, but to overwhelm you with joy. This divine surprise will break the rhythm of pain that tried to make a home in your life. It will speak louder than the rejections, the betrayals, the delays. It will silence the voices in your mind that told you you were not enough, not ready, not loved. Because when God blesses you, it always exposes the lies that tried to destroy you. His love confronts every lie with truth. His presence heals what shame tried to cover. And His blessings are not shallow. They go deep. They touch the places no one else saw. Do not step away from this moment. The enemy would love nothing more than to convince you that this is not real, that this is for someone else, that God moves for others but not for you. But those thoughts are not from the Father. They are rooted in fear, in doubt, in old wounds. And you have been called to rise higher. Your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your future has been written in victory. This surprise is not the end, it is the beginning of a new season filled with evidence of God's kindness. There is a peace coming that will make sense of the confusion you've walked through. There is a provision coming that will cancel the lack you've known. There is a joy approaching that will erase the bitterness you tried to bury. That is the power of what God can do in a moment. What people couldn't fix in years, what therapy couldn't reach, what effort couldn't break through, God can shift it in a single hour. That is what this is about. Not just a surprise to make you smile, but a divine encounter to change your life. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. And when it comes, you won't be able to explain it by logic. You will simply say, "It was God." You will look back and realize that every moment of waiting was a setup for this release. Every delay was protection. Every tear was watering the ground where this blessing would grow. God wastes nothing. Not your pain. Not your past. Not your process. Everything has been working together for this moment. The surprise you are about to receive is heaven's way of saying, "I saw you the whole time." Stay alert. Stay tender. Keep your heart open, even if you've been hurt. Keep trusting, even if the timeline feels long. Because 1 hour in God's hands can do what 10 years of striving never could. The divine interruption is near. The surprise is in motion. The one who will carry it is already moving toward you. And your heart will recognize them, because your spirit has been prepared. He was not exaggerating or trying to stir emotion, he was pointing your spirit to a sacred appointment that is approaching fast. 1 hour in his divine time is enough to turn sorrow into celebration, fear into peace, and loss into overwhelming gain. This surprise will not be ordinary, because it comes from an extraordinary God whose eyes have been on you from the beginning. The one who is about to step into your life will not come by coincidence, nor by chance. This person has been moved by God's own hand, positioned for this very hour. They carry something you need, whether it's a breakthrough, a word, a blessing, or an opportunity that pulls you out of the dry season and into overflow. God is never random in his timing or his vessels. Every detail is sacred. Every step is covered in divine purpose. And even though you may not understand it yet, you will soon look back and see that every delay, every silence, every closed door was protection, not punishment. Comment 555 if you believe your breakthrough has already been sent from heaven and is making its way to you now. There is a tenderness in the way God moves. Even in moments that feel intense, even in sudden surprises, there is always a softness in his presence that brings comfort to the heart and calm to the storm inside you. What he is doing right now is not only for your situation but for your soul. This is deeper than a moment of relief, this is restoration. He is reaching into the dry places of your life and pouring out water that heals everything that's been cracked, drained, or broken. You don't need to force this. You don't need to make it happen. You don't need to run in circles, trying to fix everything before it arrives. What's coming is not dependent on your performance, it's rooted in your positioning. If your heart is open, if your spirit is ready, if you are willing to believe even after disappointment, then you are already standing in the right place. God doesn't look for perfection. He looks for surrender. And your willingness to believe again, to stay hopeful even when it's hard, is what sets the stage for this miracle to reach you. There's been a weight on your heart, and it hasn't been easy to carry. It's felt like you've had to stay strong for too long. You've smiled while your heart broke in private. You've prayed when your soul felt too tired to speak. And God saw all of it. He watched you hold your faith with trembling hands, and he never stopped listening. Not once. And now, he's ready to respond, not because you begged, but because you belong to Him. You are His, and He takes care of His own. The surprise that's coming is going to restore your sense of wonder. It will remind you of what it feels like to be seen by God in a personal, unmistakable way. It will be the kind of moment where you stop and say, "Only God could have done this." It will humble you. It will move you to tears. It will erase the doubt that tried to bury your hope. Because when the Father moves, He moves in ways that go beyond what the mind can explain. He touches the deepest places of the heart, and He leaves no part of you unchanged. You've been through seasons where you felt like nothing was moving. Like you were stuck in a loop of waiting and wondering, and it became harder to trust that anything good could still find you. But God has been writing something in the silence. He has been preparing this moment in secret. And just like the dawn that breaks suddenly after the long night, this surprise will break through when you least expect it, but exactly when you need it. He knows the timing better than you do. He knows when your heart is ready. He knows when your spirit has matured enough to receive what's coming without losing your footing. Because God doesn't just want to bless you, He wants to build you through the blessing. He wants you to be strong enough to carry the weight of the promise and wise enough to steward it well. That's why He sometimes delays. Not to punish, but to prepare. And now, the preparation is finished. The hour is here. You may not have all the answers, but you do have God's Word. And that's more than enough. When He says it, it is already done in the Spirit. You're not waiting on a maybe. You're waiting on a promise that has already been activated. The surprise is not just about what you will receive. It's also about what will break off your life. Fear, shame, regret, comparison, weariness. God is lifting these from your shoulders so that you can finally breathe again, dream again, live again. This is personal to God. You are not just a name on a list. You are a child He formed, loved, chosen, and protected. He has been covering you in ways you never saw, fighting battles you didn't know were near, shielding you from dangers that never reached your door. And now He is rewarding your endurance with a gift wrapped in grace. Someone will enter your life and bring with them the tangible touch of God's mercy. And when they do, your heart will know it was not man, it was heaven. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. This divine interruption is going to shift the atmosphere of your entire life. It will speak louder than the pain. It will heal what you didn't think could be touched. It will cause you to fall in love with God all over again, not because of what you're given, but because of how deeply you'll feel His love in the giving. This surprise will be the evidence you needed to remember that your prayers were not wasted, your tears were not unseen, and your waiting was not in vain. There is nothing random about this word reaching you right now. This is your moment of alignment. Heaven is declaring a new hour over you. The countdown is not based on the world's clock, but on God's. And when His hour strikes, nothing can stand in the way. Not fear. Not delay. Not your past. Nothing. When God said this would happen in 1 hour, He wasn't speaking to stir up emotion for the moment. He was revealing that your life is about to collide with a plan that has been hidden, protected, and preserved until now. The blessing that is coming is not simply an answer, it is a divine response to every moment you chose to trust God even when there was no sign of change. You may not realize this, but right now, the atmosphere of your life is shifting. The same air that once felt heavy with confusion and waiting is being cleared by the breath of God. You're not where you used to be, even if it feels the same. Something has been set in motion, and you are no longer just hoping for a miracle, you are walking into one. This hour has already begun to unfold its power, and someone has already been assigned by heaven to step into your path carrying what you never expected but have always needed. Comment 12:12 if you believe this is your appointed hour and something is being sent from heaven on your behalf. There are moments in life when everything feels still, but stillness is not the absence of movement in the kingdom of God, it is often the moment before the storm of blessings breaks open. You have walked through seasons of dryness, but God has never left you in the desert to die. He kept you there long enough for you to learn to lean on Him. He taught you to hear His voice without distractions, to trust His silence, and to follow His light even when it flickered faintly in the distance. And now, because you didn't quit, because you chose to believe even through the delay, you are about to be surprised by His goodness. Someone is being moved toward your life by divine instruction, and their obedience will collide with your faith. It will feel sudden, but heaven has been preparing this for longer than you know. God always works in the background before He reveals His hand. And what felt like forgotten prayers were actually the bricks He used to build the road for this blessing to reach you. This isn't just about hope anymore, it's about fulfillment. God is not teasing you with promises. He is fulfilling what He already began. The word has been spoken over your life, the angels have been released, and now the hour is calling you to stay aligned, stay ready, stay rooted in faith. This is not the time to walk away. This is not the time to doubt what you've held onto through tears. This is the time to lift your eyes, to open your hands, and to let God place into your life what only He could provide. He sees the details you've never shared. He knows about the bills, the broken relationships, the quiet disappointments you carry like invisible weights. And He's not ignoring them. He's meeting them with mercy. This surprise that's coming isn't just to make life feel better for a while, it's coming to break cycles. It's coming to shift atmospheres that have kept you bound. It's coming to clear away the fog of confusion and pain and to breathe clarity, peace, and purpose into places where all you've known lately is survival. The enemy would love for you to scroll past this, to dismiss it, to let the tiredness in your heart rob you of the word that could change everything. But the Spirit of God is pressing this into you right now because He wants you to know, you're not just being encouraged, you're being prepared. Prepared to receive, to carry, and to live out what you have cried for in secret. Sometimes we get used to waiting for disappointment, because life has trained us to expect the worst. But God is not like the world. He is not limited by people's failures, or time, or delay. When He says something, it's not wishful thinking, it's absolute. And when He says someone is coming to deliver something into your life, it means a divine meeting has been scheduled. That meeting is not with a person alone, it is with God moving through that person. What they carry will feel like an answer. What they say will carry power. What they bring will awaken faith. This is not a coincidence. It's a shift. And it's happening right now. You don't need to explain it to anyone. You don't even need everyone to believe it with you. All you need to do is stay in alignment. Keep your heart soft. Keep your hands lifted in quiet surrender. Keep your ears tuned to heaven. The moment is coming, and you will feel it when it arrives. It won't be confusion. It will be confirmation. The hour that God spoke of is an hour of release. What has been tied up in the spiritual realm is being loosed. What has been locked is being opened. What has been buried is being resurrected. This is your time, not because you earned it, but because you were chosen. Not because you're stronger than others, but because you chose to keep believing even when it hurt. You are not just another person in the crowd. You are known. You are deeply loved. And you are being visited by favor. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. There is a stirring in the spirit that many cannot see. But those who are sensitive will feel it. They will notice the wind shifting. They will sense something drawing close. That's why your heart feels what it feels right now. That's why you're still reading. Because the Spirit is confirming this to you again and again. This is not a moment to miss. It's not a feeling to ignore. It's a door to walk through, wide-eyed and surrendered. What's coming will change more than your circumstances. It will change how you see yourself. You will stop seeing yourself as the one who always waits but never receives. You will stop believing that favor is for others, not for you. This surprise will rewrite your story. It will break the script of disappointment. It will reintroduce you to a God who is not only powerful but intimately involved in your life. A Father who shows up in detail, not just from a distance. When God says this will happen in 1 hour, He is not measuring time the way we do. He is marking the moment when everything aligns, when heaven releases what has been held, and when your life steps into the blessing prepared in secret. This is that kind of moment. And if you are still here, still holding on, still listening, then you are exactly where you need to be. You haven't missed it. You haven't been disqualified. You haven't fallen behind. What God is about to do for you will not depend on how well you've performed, but on how faithfully you've endured. His blessings are not earned, they are poured out from His heart because He loves you, because He chose you, and because He sees you. Comment 777 if you believe this word is aligning perfectly with your spirit right now. You don't have to pretend to be strong anymore. You don't have to carry every weight in silence. God knows what you've battled behind closed doors. He knows the pressure you've been under, the questions you've been afraid to ask, the dreams you've buried just to survive another day. And that's exactly why this surprise is so important. It's not just something new, it's something healing. It's not just an unexpected blessing, it's a divine rescue. Someone is being moved right now, not by chance, not by accident, but by a prompting so gentle and yet so urgent that they cannot ignore it. God is stirring their heart. He is leading their steps. And they don't even know that everything they're about to do will become the answer to the very prayer you thought God had forgotten. This is how heaven works. It whispers to hearts. It plants instructions in souls. And when the moment is right, obedience meets faith, and the miracle unfolds in ways that no one saw coming. You will not have to fight for this. You will not have to force it. When the person arrives, and the blessing is handed to you, it will come with peace. It will come with clarity. It will come with the soft, unmistakable presence of God wrapped around it. You will recognize it not just with your mind, but with your heart. Because when heaven touches earth, your spirit knows. You may not understand every detail, but you'll feel the peace of God resting over it like a quiet seal. For too long, you've lived under the weight of feeling like everything depends on you. Like if you take one wrong step, you'll miss what God has for you. But that's not who God is. He is not watching to punish. He is watching to bless. He is watching because He cares. And when He moves, He doesn't just touch your needs, He touches your identity. He reminds you that you are not forgotten. You are not random. You are not overlooked. You are a child of the Most High, and His eyes have never left you. This surprise, this person who is coming, will not just bring something, they will unlock something. A part of you that felt frozen by the past will thaw. A part of you that forgot how to feel joy will come alive again. This is why the enemy has fought you so hard lately. He has sensed what is coming. He has tried to drown your hope, distract your heart, and make you numb to the promise. But he cannot stop what God has already released. No delay, no voice of doubt, no storm will cancel the divine assignment headed your way. There is freedom in knowing that God is both the one who speaks and the one who sends. He doesn't just promise a blessing, He carries it all the way to your door. He doesn't just say He'll provide, He places provision into motion, down to the second, down to the smallest detail. And what is about to reach you will not feel rushed or incomplete. It will be full. It will be whole. It will be enough to restore what you lost and more. You may have walked through fire, but not a single flame will be wasted. You may have cried in silence, but not a single tear went unnoticed. This is a God who bottles your tears, who remembers your sorrow, and who rebuilds your life with kindness. And when the surprise arrives, you will understand why the wait was so long, why the silence was so heavy, why the path was so hard. Because it will all be eclipsed by the glory of what comes next. There is a moment soon approaching when you will no longer talk about what you've been through with pain in your voice. You will speak of it with peace, with wisdom, with gratitude. Because the pain didn't break you, it shaped you. The loneliness didn't defeat you, it deepened you. And the delay didn't destroy you, it protected you. Now, everything is coming full circle. The hour has struck, and what has been released cannot be reversed. The power of God is not just in what He gives, but in how He gives it. Gently. Timely. With love. With mercy. With a touch so personal that your soul will know, This wasn't chance, this was heaven. When it comes, don't resist it. Don't question whether you deserve it. Don't push it away out of fear. Receive it fully, knowing it is the evidence of God's faithfulness written into your story. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is your time. You are not being left behind. You are not the exception to God's goodness. You are not too late to see His promises fulfilled. The surprise He is sending is not just to help you, it's to restore your joy, your identity, your trust in Him. And it will come suddenly, but it will feel like it was always meant for you. Let your heart believe again. Let your hands open in surrender. Let your soul breathe deeply, knowing the battle is shifting. You are not just hoping anymore. You are entering into the answer. 1 hour in the presence of God is enough to change everything. God had already written this hour into your story. When He said this will happen in 1 hour, He meant it with divine certainty, not as a figure of speech, not as a passing word, but as a heavenly announcement that your time of waiting is shifting into a time of divine fulfillment. This hour has not come to tease your hope but to crown it. It has not arrived to stretch your faith thinner but to reward it richly. Someone, even now, is moving in obedience to a divine instruction. God has placed your name on their heart, your face in their thoughts, your breakthrough in their hands. Whether they are aware of it yet or not, they are being led step by the gentle, precise voice of the Holy Spirit. And they are coming toward you carrying something you cannot buy, create, or earn, because it is wrapped in the grace and mercy of God. Comment 999 to align yourself with this moment of divine release and restoration. You have waited long. And during that wait, you have been shaped. You have been refined, not by comfort, but by fire. And though that fire felt like it was burning you to ash, it was actually purifying everything that tried to hold you back. The voices of fear, the wounds of betrayal, the weight of the past, they all lose their power when you step into the hour God has spoken over your life. This surprise that is coming is not only about blessing, it is about identity. God is reminding you of who you really are. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not too broken to be blessed. You are chosen, treasured, protected. Heaven has not passed you over. In fact, you were being hidden, not ignored. God covered you while He prepared you. He sheltered you while He strengthened you. And now that the hour has come, you will rise into what He has always seen in you. It may come through a voice, a message, a connection, or a door that opens without warning. But however it arrives, you will know it is from God because it will bring peace to your spirit and life to your soul. It will not bring confusion. It will not come wrapped in fear. It will not feel forced. It will feel like exhale after holding your breath for far too long. That is the nature of God's movement, gentle, yet undeniable. The enemy has tried to convince you that nothing is changing. That this is just another word you'll hear and soon forget. But the Spirit of God is pushing past that lie and reaching for the deepest part of you. The place that still believes. The part of you that still dares to hope. He is not asking you to figure everything out. He is simply asking you to stay open. To not walk away. To not close your heart in fear of being disappointed again. This is not a coincidence. You were meant to receive this word at this moment. You were meant to pause here, to hear this, to let it settle inside of you. Because you are closer than you realize. The shift is not on its way, it is already happening. It's like standing outside and feeling the wind change before the rain begins to fall. That's where you are now. The atmosphere is different. The pressure has lifted. And what has been held up is being released. The surprise is not only for your comfort. It's for your calling. What God is bringing will ignite parts of you that have been asleep. You will remember dreams that once felt too heavy to carry. You will feel your spirit come alive in ways that remind you that you were made for more than just surviving. You were made to thrive in the purpose of God. And this hour is awakening you to that truth. You will no longer feel like you are always waiting while others receive. You will no longer feel like the one who is always last in line. Because when God moves, He doesn't place you at the end, He places you right in the center of His plan. His timing may not have been what you expected, but it is perfect. It is always perfect. And what you are about to receive will make up for the time you thought was lost. There is restoration coming that will reach far beyond your expectations. God does not give halfway. He gives fully, completely, deeply. And when He surprises you, it will be more than just a moment of happiness. It will be a season of transformation. You won't go back to what was. You won't need to rebuild on broken foundations. He is doing something new. And it begins now. If you could see the spiritual realm right now, you would see angels moving, paths clearing, hearts being stirred. You would see the hand of God hovering over your life, guiding the details with precision. You would see how nothing has been wasted. Not a single season. Not a single tear. Not a single setback. Everything has led here. Everything has prepared you for this. And when it happens, when the person arrives, when the moment unfolds, when the breakthrough is finally in front of you, you will not feel like a stranger to the blessing. You will feel like it was always meant for you. Because it was. Because your Father in heaven never forgot the promises He whispered to your soul. He never changed His mind about you. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish anytime. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. Let that truth carry you. Let it quiet your fears and steady your heart. You don't need to rush. You don't need to chase. The blessing is coming to you. It knows your name. It knows your need. And it knows exactly how to reach you. All you have to do is remain open, remain soft, remain willing to believe that maybe, just maybe, God's goodness is about to overwhelm your life in a way you've never seen before. His voice doesn't echo without effect. His word never goes out and returns void. It accomplishes everything He sends it out to do, and this word was sent for you. Heaven has already begun moving. The process that once felt invisible is now accelerating behind the scenes. The Spirit of God is not working according to your deadlines but according to His perfect design. And what's coming into your life isn't just a small lift or a temporary help, it's a God-sized surprise that will stop you in your tracks and cause your soul to break into praise. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. You are chosen for this. Handpicked for this. Positioned for this. Comment 10:10 if you believe God has remembered you and is sending what belongs to you without delay. This surprise will not come through striving or stress. It will not come through panic or pressure. It will come through peace. The kind of peace that washes over you when everything clicks into place and you realize that God never left, He was just preparing the details. He's not the God of confusion. He's the God of precision. And when He sends someone into your life, they do not come empty-handed, they come carrying answers, healing, provision, or wisdom that unlocks the next chapter of your life. You've carried questions for too long. You've asked when, how, and why with a heart that still tried to praise in the waiting. That alone has been a fragrance to heaven. The faith that continues through silence is rare and precious. And God sees it. He treasures it. You were never invisible to Him. You were never waiting alone. Every day you felt nothing changing, God was working deeper. He was digging wells in your heart so that when the rain finally came, it would not just touch the surface, it would fill you completely. You see, when God surprises His children, He does it in a way that cannot be traced back to man. He does it in a way that stirs your faith and silences every lie that said you weren't worthy. When this moment arrives, it won't just bless your life, it will change how you walk, how you speak, how you see yourself. You'll begin to live not from survival, but from abundance, not the abundance of things, but the abundance of knowing you are seen, known, and favored by your Father. There is no delay in heaven's plan. What looked like stillness was sacred preparation. What felt like silence was heaven's strategy. The person coming into your life is being led by God in ways they don't fully understand. They may be making decisions right now, having conversations, shifting their plans without knowing why. But heaven knows why. The orchestration of God's plan is always perfect. He doesn't miss. He doesn't forget. And He doesn't delay without purpose. Your job now is to believe. Not with a forced, anxious belief, but with a gentle, surrendered trust. That kind of faith doesn't shout. It simply rests. It says, I don't see it yet, but I know it's coming. That's the posture that draws heaven's attention. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains and draws favor. You've held on with a trembling heart, but God calls that brave. You've kept going when quitting would have been easier, and heaven has counted every step.